In my last video, we drew a scene from my visit to a national park, the Silver Falls Waterfall of Oregon. This time, we're going to draw more scenes from my road trip, and our first stop is Yaquina Bay, which has a lighthouse and a beautiful view of the ocean. It is located in Newport, Oregon, northward up the coastline. I'm choosing this footage as my reference, and I am once again working with my trusty Sailor fountain pen. And you might not be able to see it, but this ink that I'm using is actually green. Anyways, this place is pretty cool, and the lighthouse reminds me of another lighthouse that I went to back in Northern California. It's just really odd that my family chose to go to the coldest place on the coldest day ever, and it was raining. It was like negative 20 degrees, but as a person from California, I'm probably just exaggerating. I still truly enjoyed the view of the ocean, and I'm glad that I get to sketch it on my journal. I'm happy that the rain didn't stop us from visiting this place. So there's a couple things that I learned about Yaquina. The head lighthouse was actually made in France and was shipped to Oregon in 1873. I just personally tend to think that anything that comes from France is automatically fancy. In World War II, servicemen were tasked to keep a lookout for enemy ships as they stationed the place. Later on, this lighthouse was also a setting for a few TV shows such as the Nancy Drew Mysteries and in the movie The Ring. Once the main sketch was finished, I realized that I still had some space on the side, so I decided to sketch a few more mini scenes, just like a storyboard. I don't actually know how to properly storyboard, but it looks like this is what they do in, I don't know, shows. You can tell I definitely went to art school. Anyways, I enjoyed drawing these rocky hills, little islands, and the grass in the foreground. I'm really just simplifying the shapes here and using a few squiggly lines to depict the waves and clouds. Here is Yaquina Head and its oceanscapes. Our next stop is the Pierre/Yaquina Bay charters. The Yaquina Bay Charters is known for the fishing industry. As I walked through this town, I noticed a lot of fishermen at work, and a lot of people go here to take fishing trips. The harbor houses a lot of fishing vessels, government vessels, and recreational boats. My favorite thing about this place were the murals. There's a lot of sea life murals and a lot of blues in those paintings. It's always interesting to see what kind of art resides in different cities because it reflects the people who live there. The impression I got is that it's a huge fisherman town and they take their fishing seriously. There are seagulls flying everywhere and you never know when they'll attack you. It's very cold, damp, and gloomy, but the people here are lively and pleasant. I had a lovely time visiting their little shops and restaurants. You can also buy fish from the boats if you walk down into one of those docks and talk to the fishermen. I personally didn't buy any fish because I'm vegan, but if you're interested in fresh seafood, you would like this place. As for the sketch, I don't think I drew the bridge perfectly, but my favorite part was drawing these ripples and shadows on the front. I think it really brought the water to life. I also love that the whale mural looks kind of run down, just like how most of the things were in the city. I love when you look at a place and you feel its history. Drawing your road trips is as easy as looking through your old footage and using it as a reference, or you can always draw live in plein air. But I make it a point to sketch these scenes because drawings bring more life to your journal. It brings more humanness into your pages, and you can always show off your personality in the way you draw. Lastly, I just wanted to make a quick doodle of a guitar to symbolize the music. The amount of time I spent here while jamming with my family It's like my favorite thing to do with them. I strongly believe that music has a way of bringing people together. I also love that most of them can play an instrument or two, so it just makes jamming a lot more fun. If you have a family or friends that you can jam with, I highly recommend it. So here's a few pages that I've already done. I already sketched the lighthouse, but in a lazy way. And here's some careless sketches of my aunt's house and the dog. I really enjoyed sketching these and showing you the process. I also just want to say a quick thank you to everyone who has shown me support, and I want to welcome all the new subscribers. I just really appreciate your comments and your kindness. I hope you stay tuned for more journal videos and painting videos.